You know, when you have a bow hunting channel with over 15,000 subscribers and 10 million views, you get a lot of negative comments. You get a lot of ignorant people, you get a lot of hand ties, you got a lot of hate and more hate, and every day I delete 10 to 12 hateful comments. But over the years, I've become convinced that the antis are right, and so I'm going to completely change everything, and I'm going to start believing them. Here's what that will look like. Baiting bears? Who does that? This is deplorable and unsportsmanlike. I'm a hunter, but I hunt the real way, without bait. It's probably not even legal. There's a lot of people that don't know that. I'm so glad you're smarter than all of the biologists and hundreds of thousands of hunters and the game departments in states and provinces across North America who feel that baiting bears is the most important way to manage bear populations and control predators. In fact, most people who bait bears, people that have actually done it and know something about it, they think that getting an adult male bear to come to a bait during legal shooting hours is one of the most sportsmanlike and difficult challenges in hunting. But you're smarter than all of us, so we're no longer going to bait bears. There are 17 states and 7 Canadian provinces that use bear baiting as a wildlife management conservation tool and predator control. And they certainly don't know that it's unsportsmanlike and all these terrible things that you said about it. And since you're smarter than us and all of them, well, I'm going to take your advice and I'm just going to call up all those state game departments and Canadian provincial game ministries, and I'm just going to call them up on the phone and say, you guys, just stop that. Why don't you use a gun so they die instantly instead of shooting them with an arrow and it takes hours for them to die? You know, you're really right about this. It doesn't really take 7 to 10 seconds for a deer or a bear to die when an arrow goes through both lungs. It really takes hours. We just walk up on them in 7 to 10 seconds and we see them die, fall within sight. Sometimes we don't actually realize that that's supposed to take hours, and we shouldn't be recovering them that quickly and field dressing them and shoot within hours. A lot of times I've had them dressed and in the cooler, and I didn't realize that it takes hours for them to die. And after all, when you watch the Hollywood movies, you know, the Indian shoots the cowboy and the arrow goes in and he falls over dead. And we all know that Hollywood is true and real life isn't. And of course, when you watch the movies, somebody shoots somebody with a bullet and they fall over dead. So that must be true too, because we all know that Hollywood is true and real life isn't true. Thank you for enlightening me on this particular subject, because I would have never guessed. You are hiding up in a tree like a coward. Get down on the ground and fight the bear like a real man. I got nothing. Nothing. What kind of an idiot are you going out killing bears for no reason? Well, I thought good, pure, organic wild meat was a reason, but I guess that's not a reason. And predator control, I mean, generally accepted among biologists across the world that predator control is a good reason, but I guess not. Well, there's population control and the importance of limiting disease and starvation, but I guess that's not a reason. Conservation, not a reason. There's millions of dollars in economic benefits of hunting bears. That's, I guess, not a reason. Having a bear rug and bear mounts, or just having bear hides to use for various things, that's I thought it was a pretty good reason, but I guess not. So since you say so, and well, there's the issue of sportsmanship and adventure and going out into the wilderness and making a living off the land. I guess that's not a reason. This is terrible. You shoot these animals with an arrow and they run off and suffer. They don't even die. This one's not dead, I guess. This bear right here, he's going to be really surprised to find out that he's not even dead. I guess he's Probably at least got some gastrointestinal issues and maybe a little circulation issue, but he's not dead. Not dead. Not dead. These bears, not dead. A little bit dusty, but not dead. Unhappy about his status in the world, but not dead. I love this guy. You are an idiot. Stop killing poor defenseless animals and delete this horrible YouTube channel. Yeah, you're right. Bears are defenseless, they're poor, they're animals, and I suppose there's going to be really like 15,000 subscribers who are going to be really disappointed when I delete my channel. But we all know that your opinion is far more valuable than all 15,000 of them. So it took me a lot of years to build this 10 million views on this channel, but I'm going to delete it. See you later. Here's a particularly educational one. This is stupid. Why are you killing bears when you can't even eat them? That's a shocker for me. I always thought that bear meat was a delicious source of pure organic protein. And in fact, a lot of people say that bear meat is some of the best wild game meat they've ever had. And now we find out that you can't even eat them. This is very frustrating for me because I've always loved bear meat and probably eaten 40 bears in the last 20 years, about 2 to 3 bears a year. And now you tell me that you can't even eat them. Thank you so much for enlightening me. I would have never known. I'd like to shoot an arrow through you. I think I'll just report that one to the authorities. Man, you are a sick MFer. Problem solved. That sure is nice that all these people that comment on my YouTube channel are smarter than all the rest of us. And so now I've learned so much through this. And I guess well, okay, I'm not going to stop air hunting.